Hello, everybody.
Hello, good afternoon.
I hope you're all staying cool now that we're getting into the summer and the sun's coming up and staying out longer.
Well, unless some of our folks are from the north,
Well, that's true. Then you're probably enjoying it. In fact, be prepared because a lot of us from down here in the sweltering south and everything are going to be
heading up to your
heading up
way.
your way. So don't be surprised if there's a knock on the door and it's, "Hi, we just stopped by to say
I
hello."
would think
And
the roads would be crowded up north.
yeah, they might. Well, although if, gas prices stay where they're at and everything, then there may be
Yeah,
people
maybe
that
not.
are,
Maybe not.
spending less time on the road.
Yeah,
Or they're telling everybody to carpool. Can you imagine carpooling on a vacation?
no,
I mean,
no.
I always wanted to rent one of those,
Winnebagos.
yeah, a Winnebago or a camper or something. And
Yes, you
it'd
did.
be fun to just do, but can you imagine what it costs to fill up one of those
I
suckers?
can't. I just can't.
It's, whew.
Jeez,
But
amazing.
anyway,
What do you want to talk
we,
about?
well, I was thinking about advice.
Hmm.
You know, I guess maybe the first question I would throw out to you is, would you rather get advice about something from someone, or would you rather give advice to someone?
I never minded giving advice.
Because nobody listens.
And then I figured, are you really going to listen? Or I am not that special person, maybe that should be giving advice. I'm not like a psychologist or a doctor of anything. So I've started thinking maybe I shouldn't be opening up my mouth so fast.
Well, that would raise a second question. Would you rather get advice from a professional, or would you rather get advice from a close friend?
Well, that's kind of difficult because it depends what the situation is. Um, a doctor will probably be more honest with you and not as not as biased, I would say.
You know what? I think, given that question, I might say I'd be probably more interested in getting advice from a friend because the friend knows all aspects of me. The doctor only sees what's on your chart. If a friend said, I don't know if I would be so quick to have that tummy tuck, or that you know
That knee surgery that we're talking about?
well, not so much knee surgery. That's kind of an elective, but you know, there you have to go with what the doctor says because if your knees are deteriorating and you have to have the surgery, you have to have it. But when do you have it? You and I have had that discussion about it. My advice was,
Nobody asked you though. I didn't ask what your
well, but do
advice
you always
was.
have to ask for advice, or if somebody says, "Can
Yeah,
I
this time I didn't
Can I,
ask.
yeah, can I give you a piece of
I
advice?
no, I
Do
always
you
ask you for
say no,
advice.
thank you? Have you ever said that to somebody? Somebody said, "Can I give you a piece of advice?" And you
No,
say, "No,
I
thanks."
would never do that.
So you listen to the advice and then you
You,
answer,
I would do that too.
"I'll take that under advisement."
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I have said something similar to get me out of
But
this
with like your
situation.
situation with your knees,
Mhm.
it's something that you know you have to have done. But the doctor even said to you, the up
Right,
the plus is you don't have to have it tomorrow.
right,
You can have it when you want to have it.
right.
And I said, well, you got a lot of things on your calendar. Why don't you take care of your calendar and then pick a time when, and to me, the winter time would be a good time because you're generally not as mobile anyway.
Well, let me just say, in this in this vein, in
Just
this
my advice.
situation, I would go with what the doctor says and then talk to you about it. So it depends what you're talking about. If you want to get more information from a friend, that's a whole nother story. That's not wellness related, right? Unless you're talking about like getting a nose job or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody might say, "Oh, I had a friend that had a nose job and it just didn't I mean, you see what cosmetic surgery has done to a lot of
Hmm.
famous people.
Hmm.
Sometimes it looks okay, a little bit of nip and tuck here, and others have got lips that are, as wide as the Mississippi River.
Well, but that's the Botox talking.
Well, yeah, but somebody gave them advice to do it, and they took it, and they looked like hell.
Probably the doctor, because the doctor makes some money, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of advice to be spread out there. To me, this is just my opinion. I don't think that young people ask the advice of the older generation enough.
Hmm.
We've been around the block a few times.
Hmm.
And sometimes, for instance, if, our kids, when they were looking for houses,
Hmm.
they said, go over to this subdivision or this neighborhood or this condo or whatever,
Hmm.
take a look and let me know what your opinion is.
Hmm.
If they didn't ask for our opinion,
We didn't give it to
we
him.
didn't give it to them until they moved in, and then you said, "Oh, I might have looked for some place that was a little bit bigger or taller or whatever."
I don't think we did.
No,
We
we
said it
didn't
was a
because they
beautiful house, and it was.
they they did okay because they did it on their own.
Right.
But we have some good friends who were looking to build a house, not far from us. Uh, they asked us to go to three or four different
Hmm.
areas where they
Hmm.
were thinking
Yeah,
of developing.
they did.
And they asked for our advice. What do you think?
Right.
And we said, well, looks like this place is going to get overgrown too quick. I might pass on that. Uh, and if anybody's going to ask me for advice, I'll be more than happy to give it to you as long as you are going to just accept it at face
Hmm.
value. Because I love my sister dearly, but my sister will ask advice of absolutely every person that she's ever met. And oftentimes she'll ask 10 people. Five people will say this, five people will say that. So before she makes a decision, she'll go out to find 10 more people. And then
Well, the
again,
more people you ask, the more opinions you're going to get, and they're all going to be varied.
yeah, and
They're all not
and
going to be the
that
same.
sometimes can muddy the issue. And that's why I said sometimes you ask the people that are closest to you and go with it, or
Well, I gave,
use it to form your own
yeah.
opinion.
Not that I'm saying I'm right or that you're right all the time, because we aren't. But we gave our friends the opinion and they didn't listen to it. And now they're unhappy. So, and we gave it to them because we have experience with
Yes.
with the houses when they were asking us about houses, and we had experience with it, and I knew that they would have a hard time with where they were thinking of going, and it turns out they are. So,
Yeah, I mean
but
and
I guess you never know. Could have
and
gone the other way.
like financial advice. Oh,
Oh, that's a tough
you
one.
could ask 20 people and you get 20 different
Yeah, that's
answers.
tough
So
because
it's
everybody's in different circumstances on
yeah.
that.
Yeah, medical advice the same way. You
Yeah.
ask somebody, where should I go to I'm thinking of having cataract surgery. Well, I happen to love my ophthalmologist, and I love her practice and what she does. I'll give that advice and tell somebody whether they go to her or not.
Well, a lot of
That's
people don't
up to
also
them.
don't want to travel to their doctor. God forbid something's wrong. We traveled 45 minutes to her.
Yeah,
And
travel to our cardiologist.
yeah, and
Where,
we traveled to our cardiologist 45 minutes. So
but
I get that. You want to keep people in your backyard, and I understand it.
yeah, well, yeah,
As I say, it's all different. I love listening to my Dr. Laura program.
yeah, you do.
She had somebody yesterday, as a matter of fact, a young girl. She was a teenager and she lost a friend to suicide. And this poor girl was so distraught.
6 months.
And it had
Yeah,
been 6 months and she
six
was
months.
still very, very,
Agonizing over it.
yeah, yeah, thinking it was her fault because well, she didn't know. She didn't realize it. And that's what the doctor was trying to explain to her, that there are situations that you just don't realize
That are
what's
out of
going
your
on.
control.
Yeah, and that are out of your control. You're right.
And during the conversation, it was interesting that Dr. Laura asked her point blank, "Do you think that this was your fault in any way?"
Oh,
And she
yeah.
said yes, she thought it was because she didn't do enough to stop her. Well, it came out further in the discussion that the girl's mother and father had gone through a
Divorce.
divorce. And that may have been the
The root
trigger
of it, yes.
to send her down that road. And
Yeah.
ultimately, the advice, but here again, you're talking about a psychologist
Yes,
who
yes.
is giving
Who was geared in
that
this way.
advice.
Yes.
Uh, Even to take it down a level, you want to go out for dinner with some friends.
Oh, that's
And,
taking it down a level.
well, I'm trying to get out of the psychology of Dr.
Oh,
Laura and not that
sorry.
goes. But how many times have you called somebody and said, "Let's get together and go out for dinner"? Okay, where do you want to go? Well, how about if we go to this place? Well, you know,
You didn't really want to go there.
yeah. Last time we were there, a long time ago, it was okay, but lately the service hasn't been so good. Well, are they going to say, "Well, but let's go there anyway"? So do you say, all right.
No, I got a better answer.
You, how about
Before you ask
you go
anybody
where
where
you
to
want to go
go,
and we'll go.
no, before you ask anybody to go out with you for dinner, you call them up, you say, we're going to Ricky's Cafe for
What,
dinner. Would
what,
you like
join
to
us?
join us? And they say, we don't really. Now, if they say we can't eat that type of food, then you have a choice. If you still want to go to Ricky's and you really want to get there, then you say, okay, well, maybe next time we can go together. Or you say, okay, we won't go to Ricky's this time. We'll go to
Or
someplace else.
you go because you enjoy their company. You say, okay, we'll go to Ricky's this time, and next time we'll pick the place, or you pick the place.
Yeah.
But the other side of this discussion on that is there have been times that somebody would say to us, "Let's go to this Thai restaurant or a
Yeah.
Mediterranean restaurant." That you said, "Well, I'm not really into Thai or
Well, I
Mediterranean food,"
wasn't.
and we go,
Yeah.
and lo and behold,
This
food
was pretty good.
was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Recently met a couple of couples, and we went to a an Irish pub.
Mhm.
And you thought, "Oh, what can I eat at an Irish pub?" You had a heck of a burger
Yeah.
there. I mean, because it was an Irish pub, I had the corned beef and cabbage, which I hadn't had in a long time, and it was delicious.
It really was.
Our friends ordered a Monte Cristo.
Oh, those look delicious.
Oh, did that
I would
look
have had
good?
that, but I can't
Well,
eat bread.
next time we go, maybe we will.
No, no.
Oh, because they don't have gluten-free bread
Right.
to make it.
And I don't eat ham. They'd have to have, can you do a Monte Cristo without ham?
It's it's probably called something else.
A grilled cheese
Uh,
sandwich.
yeah, it's called a Monty McDonald or something. But yeah,
Well,
but
anyway,
advice
that
advice
it
is
can be
something
tricky.
we all need it, we
Hmm.
all seek it, we all desire it, but we also don't always follow it.
Well, yeah, and that's
Here
your prerogative.
recently, and it's going to be coming up again at the end of the year, is we just went through our local politics.
Hmm.
You're going to have our midterm elections coming up in November.
Hmm.
You're going to if you don't seek advice about which way to go, I think you're doing yourself an injustice because you need to read and ask questions and go to town hall meetings and candidate forums and things like that in order to make good decisions. But that advice can be can be harrowing. Be,
Well, you bring up a good point because advice, I guess, doesn't necessarily have to be person to person. You can
yeah,
go on the internet, go on your computer and read up about an issue that you're having or that you want to know about
right.
and get that way.
Yeah, yeah. Chat. On
Oh, Chat GPT,
yeah.
AI, all that. Well, I'm always a little leery of those.
Well, it's a good place to start. I mean, because if, you know, each site is going to promote their point of view,
Right.
and all, but you have to look at all the points of view to find out about a lot of things. If you want to buy furniture, go on the computer and look at a bunch of different furniture websites because one you can buy a room full of furniture for $1,000 and another one is $5,000. Well, what's the difference? Maybe you ask the advice of somebody else. Sometimes you go on Nextdoor, which probably most of the people watching have a Nextdoor
Yeah.
app in their communities. People will say, "Where's a good place to get my dog groomed?"
Hmm.
Or we need somebody to do our landscaping.
And then you'll get 25 opinions and
You get
everybody's,
25 opinions, but that's advice. And then
Mhm.
what you do is what you do with that advice
It
is
depends what you do
is
with it.
up to
Yeah.
you.
Right. Exactly.
But the important thing is that you be willing to take advice and give advice and then accept how it's accepted.
Yeah. Just, yeah,
You know,
you said it.
what's our advice?
Our advice is to come back next week, Thursday, 1 o'clock.
Good advice. Take it. Bye.
Bye.